I know, right? Okay. So, let's talk bod groups. Did y'all watch that video, the training on it? It's okay.
Yes and no.
Okay. Well, I watched it.
Fell asleep.
Fantastic. Kim Carver didn't have you jumping for you got some things going on there. You're doing 3 jobs. It's fine. So basically they're saying that this is going to make our job easier, which I'm for. However, I guess then we just move from Facebook to this bod group. That's the way I'm understanding it. That we'll just use that and they'll all be ran through the app.
So here's my question. Do you feel, because I get it that it's better than like the My Challenge tracker, they say.
Yeah.
But I never remembered to go on that thing. And I worry that people, like they go on to Facebook and they're like, oh yeah, my group. And then they're not going to remember to go on this app.
Okay, so the only time I use My Challenge tracker is when someone doesn't use Facebook.
Yeah.
And I'm the same way. Like when it was My Challenge tracker, I forgot about it. And like I had one expire and I'm like, dang it, I had people in there. I got to go back and get them and put them back in. And it was something else for me to check. I agree. That's why I only have 2 groups that go. I have a free group and I have my pay group. And then people are like, well, there's 100 people in there. I don't want to talk. Not everybody's talking. Just talk. They're not scary people. Like, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. The only reason it's big like that is because they're my ride or die people. So I agree. And it's up to you if you want to use it. If you don't and you want to just go with Facebook, I think this is just another avenue that they're trying to give coaches, that if you're not a Facebook person, or maybe you're an Instagram, like Instagram, they can't use it. They don't have a platform to run their groups. Right. So if you're an Instagram person, this would probably be a really good thing. I do have some people I've never had a brand new person from Instagram. I haven't. And like I was talking to Danielle the other day and she was like, I'm just not really good at cold messaging people. Nobody is. I mean, not no one. I'm sure someone is. It is not me. Not me at all. So, and I wouldn't tell you guys like, go cold message people. If somebody's been watching you and following you and commenting you, just talk to them and see what happens. But as far as like cold messaging, number one, it takes some time to go in and like message all these people and go find people. I tried to do that for a little while, and not that I shouldn't, but it makes me bananas. So I would do what Lindsay Gray was telling us, like go into your stories, look at who is following you, because they're already following you. They already know your story. Go there because they're already interested. That's so much easier than having to explain to someone straight up, nothing. They have no idea. Like you're spamming them.
I like the I don't remember her name, but from Coach Camp, the Instagram wizard.
Oh, Jordan?
Yeah. I like her idea when she said like go to the like people, or like the, what are they called? Hashtags, the like Weight Watchers, go to their followers, the people that are commenting on their post, like start following those people. Because I've actually because I did it for like a couple days and it made me go bananas too, but I did get someone to join my free group on Facebook.
Well, that's good.
So like I did like that suggestion, and I probably should get back on that boat and start doing that, but it is a lot to do.
I think too, like, speaking of that, when we come out of Coach Camp, we are like so jazzed up and we have all this information and we want to use it. And, maybe like once a week we pick a day where we go through and we look at hashtags and like some things, comment some things, follow some people, and then unfollow them. Like right now I've been going through and unfollowing people. Like, I don't really know you. I would rather see the people I know in my Instagram than people that I'm seeing right now. Like, why do you show up so much? I have no idea. Go away. So, instead of making it so overwhelming, like that could be your 5 new people one day, like Wednesday, reach out Wednesday or something. So that's a really good idea. See, when I talk to you guys, it just makes my brain, because we do get so like, oh my gosh, I have so much to do and I got to do this and I got to do that. It's good that we have.
Babe. Okay.
So, but yeah, try not to get so wrapped up in like, I got to do this and I got to do that. So if you want, and we could just run a group in the new bod thing with just our team and see how it goes before we really roll it out. Yeah, like test it. I'm sorry. I've had Energize and like all this. I'll be right back. You talk to each other.
Like strings everywhere. Cords everywhere.
Oh, I hate cords.
Try to figure out how to, there we go. My chair was really low. Yeah, I don't feel like, there was one I did a post. What was it? I don't remember what it was, but it was like one of those polls that's like, do you want me to send you information on that? Whatever it was, yes or no.
Yeah.
And so I had like a few people that I didn't know actually say yes. So I sent them a message. I was like, oh, so glad you wanted information. Just let me know your email address and I'll get it over to you. And not one of them responded. I'm like, why'd you put yes if you don't want it?
Well,
Like on those
was it
polls on
Instagram?
Instagram, and they're like, yes, I want information. And then they don't.
I think it's because I've noticed when I do polls on Instagram as well, that is not yours. That the people that do yes or like send me information or whatever it is, or I want samples, is because they want you to click on their profile to get the profile visits, so that it'll bring up their, like, I don't know the wording, but like so that Instagram sees that they're popular in a sense, and it keeps them always showing up for the things that they're trying to promote or whatever it is. And if you look at their post and like how many posts they have and how many followers they have, it is a huge amount. So when I get those people, most of the time it's foreigners. Like you can tell like it is a foreigner's name, and I'm like, which obviously I don't have anything against, but like they're in another country that we probably don't even provide our services for. So I'm not going to even click on your name. There's no point in wasting my time. And that's what I've started to notice. That's why I don't like doing polls in a sense on Instagram, but I still do it because, I have gotten a few of my people commenting with Instagram instead of Facebook. So I still keep that going.
It makes so much more sense now. Because I'm like, why do I have like random jewelry people? Like it's not even a person. It's like a store or whatever.
Yeah.
Because have you changed your Instagram to be a business?
Yeah.
If you click on your profile, it'll say like 7 views in the past 7 days, or however many views in the past 7 days. And they want that number to be high.
Gotcha. Is that under like settings or something?
Instagram is kind of like a popularity contest. Who has the most people, who has the most visits, this and that, and it's like it is a huge marketing tool. If you can figure it out, it is a huge tool that would be very beneficial to businesses.
Yes. Yeah. So I've had this past week I had some naughty people respond to my questions and polls. Like I could just see it in the bubble, and I didn't even click it. I'm like, I'm not even touching that. No, go away.
Greg hasn't been on your phone or something?
All right. I know, right? I don't know. Like weird. And it's usually dudes that are like say weird things to me.
Ugh.
I just get a lot of highs. Like
Mine is it's very odd.
I have 5 requests right now. I'm just ignoring them. They're all like, "Hello, hi, you're beautiful, hi." Like,
Hey, I don't get that.
Group, so thank you, but no.
That. What'd she say?
Oh, I see. Okay, profile visits the last 7 days.
Yeah.
That's cool. I don't even know how I didn't notice that. It's right there.
It's so small.
Mm-hmm.
And I know people have said that, like, you lose the people who view your stories after 24 hours. I think it's longer than 24 hours, because once it goes off my story, I can still go into my story archives and still see those people. I don't know if it's like 36 hours or something. I'd never timed it.
Mm-hmm.
But you can still say, like, you forget after 24 hours and it's like 26 hours. I know you can still go back in and look through your people who viewed your story, because I've done that quite a few times.
Yeah.
Like I was trying to
Looking.
look back. Do you like business free secrets? DM answer. DM the answer. And that's what they responded to my question sticker. Like they responded to my question with a question. No, I don't want to talk to you.
Right.
And then I got, hey, sweetheart,
Mom,
DM us
listen
if
there.
you want to become an ambassador. No, go away. So like all of a sudden, and I was talking to some of the girls on Lindsay's call the other day. We've had a lot of people asking us if we want to be ambassadors lately. Oh, this one isn't even in English. I don't even know what. Salute. Comment. I don't know. I'm not clicking on you. Go away. Go away. So like, I don't even deal with that. So, but I do pay attention to like the people who are liking it consistently. And so like, I might message them. I'm more likely to message them on Facebook though. It just depends on who it is. Cause sometimes people don't even realize that there is a messenger component to Instagram. They don't even know. They have no idea what that little arrow is or whatever it is. The paper airplane or whatever that is. So, I will tell you that the other day I listened to an interesting call from these millionaire people. Jesse Hassler, I think is his name. Itzler, Itzler. He's really interesting to listen to. He said, if you don't have, this is the second time I've heard him. If you don't have a seat at the table, make one. So like if there's not a place for you, or if you want to sit at the table, you need to make a seat. You need to put yourself there. And that brought me back to something my grandma always said to us. And I still say this to my kids. If you didn't have a good time, that's your own fault. Because no matter what happens in your life, you can choose to have a really crappy time, or you can choose to have a good time. Like you can sit there at a wedding reception and sit at the table and be like, this is boring while everyone else is dancing, or you can get up and dance. Who cares if you don't like the music? Like which one is going to be more fun, and which are you going to remember? Are you going to remember sitting at the table, or are you going to remember when the boy that's super cute in high school kissed your friend and oh my gosh, we all saw it and I took a picture of it? Oh my God. That's a way better time and it's a way better story.
It took me a minute.
I know. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Uh-huh. So people buy into other people, stories, and momentum. People do not buy products because they're products. Mm-hmm. They might, but usually it comes from someone that they trust and that someone that they find that is credible. They also really attach to stories. My friend Stacy joined me because I made her cry telling my story about me standing in my closet crying because I couldn't find a pair of pants that fit me. and I tried on 100 outfits, and every time I would go to get ready to leave my house to go somewhere, I would bawl because I had to get dressed. And I was going out with my girlfriends that are super cute and look really good. And then there's me, the big fatty, whose pants won't button. And I couldn't love myself. When I told my story, way better than that, she was like, that's me. And you want to be able to tell your story to be like, that's me. Not everyone is going to say that, but your person, your lifer will say that. That girl gets me. That girl knows what it's like to not be able to walk from here to my mailbox, to have stretch marks that you don't like, that looks like you got slashed up by a tiger, that you worry about everything that you eat. And then when you're sad, so you eat. And then you're sad because you ate. And you just end up in this cycle, and then you just piss at yourself and you're like, oh, screw it. Just bring on the donuts. I don't really like donuts, but anyways, you get my point. Or people buy into momentum, which is why sometimes we are like, I don't understand why this top coach has all these coaches. I don't get it. And there are some coaches I don't get it. They're not my flavor, but they have a boatload of a momentum. And like when you see people like Christina and she's like doing Diamond Days and she's doing this, and she's like, she took Mariella to go get her first Louis Vuitton bag. I don't care about that, but that's super cool. And if she would be like, hey, Andrea, meet me at the mall. And she took me to the ASICS store, if there was one, like, I want her to be my coach. That's so cool, because that's momentum or energy. Like people are attracted to that energy and go into things like coach camp, go into trips, and like Indy, that people saw that it was in our city, and people are like, oh, I wish I could do cool stuff like that, like you do. And I'm like, you totally can. So that's why a lot of times after a big event or a webinar and people see that and they see all the momentum and the energy, they're like, oh, I want to do that. And they sign up because they want that feeling. They want that excitement. They're not like, ooh, yay, I've been dying to spend $140 on a bag of Shakeology. Like, they're not saying that. They're saying yes to the lifestyle and being with you and what you're doing or what this coach is doing. So I thought that was important, and to think like an entrepreneur. So entrepreneurs always see more, like, how can I make this better? How can we do more? What can I do to provide a better outcome, a better community, whatever you want to create? How can I make this better for my people, for my customers? Which is why they came out with the BOD groups. Will it work? I have no idea, but they're trying. And that's what entrepreneurs do. Like, you just got to keep trying new things. It may flop. And if it does, it's fine. That's why they had My Challenge Tracker. And some coaches use it. I don't, because I forget about it. And I'm not an app. I don't like apps. It's not for me. But you got to think that, like, sometimes just talking through stuff with Greg, I'm like, oh, I should do that. That sounds awesome. Let's do that. You know what? I'm just going to teach all these free classes. And then when someone comes to the class, if they love it, maybe they'll sign up for on demand. And if not, then they'll say, hey, you know what? There's this really nice girl. I hope they say that. Or maybe there's this really crazy chick, and she is a bomb-ass fitness instructor, and you should sign up with her. Because I don't know what she does, but she used to weigh this, and now she weighs that. So you should talk to her. Or whatever the story is that they make about me. Because you want them to think of you, like, be that person. You're like, you got to talk to Jen Gunderman. She knows all about dogs. She loves her dog. She's such a fun person. And she has done a 180. Like, you should talk to her. I love her story. She makes me laugh. whatever you want to say. Okay. So, and basically you want them to feel like, don't miss the bus. You are missing the bus. Like, you are missing out on the party. That's why we do. Number one, that's why Christina does those events. That's why we have Super Saturdays, right? And two, just because that's our personality and we're not boring people, because we like glitter and sparkles, okay? I really think if I could pick a princess name, I would be Princess Glitter Sparkles, like on Trolls. I love that name. I would be Princess Glitter Sparkles. Stop talking to me. Can you hear that every time it does that? Okay.
I thought it was mine.
No, it's mine. It's Allison and Jolene blowing me up. So what did I say? I don't know how to spell them in my own notebook. Thank God I can read myself. Low aggravation and high reward. So like they want to get into something and you want to do something or have people with you who don't aggravate you. Like, or it's not super hard. Like I love getting on a call with you guys because you're easygoing, you're fun, you make me laugh. I'm never sick of seeing you, ever. Like when Gunderman, when either one of you don't get on a call, or not even a call, it's a Zoom in the morning, I'm like, are they okay? Like I'm concerned. Where are they at? And then when Gunderman won there 2 days in a row, and I'm like, what's happening? And then she says, something has come up. I can't be there. And I'm like, where's my person? Like those are people that are low aggravations. You want to be with them. The person that is like blowing you up and like, and not even blowing you up, just having stress. Like I can't figure this out and I need this and I need that. And they're just, to me, that is aggravating. That's stressful for me. Someone who stresses me, I probably don't want them on my team. Or I'm going to save them for last. So when you work with low aggravation, you'll end up with a high reward because it's not work. It's not work to do that and to be in there. And so then everyone works together and we're going to move forward together. You're going to end up having a really high reward out of it. Not only because we can work together, but also emotionally and for yourself, that's rewarding. Because I know my energy level has been higher than it would be if I didn't have you guys during this time. Like, I'm not struggling. I just stay in my house. Really turns out I am an introvert. I'm pretty happy being a hermit.
Me too.
Stay here. Why should he wear notes? Okay, so he gave us 10. He gave us more than that. Habits of an entrepreneur. Number 1, you get stuff done. You're not the person that's like, oh, I'm going to do this one day. No, I'm going to get it done. Even if it's 10 o'clock at night, like, hi.
See what he put in the Chipotle bag. Show him.
I didn't put it in.
What's in there?
The cat?
Is the cat in there?
You did.
Yeah.
I did put it in.
She just climbed in it.
That's okay. Melissa just bought her.
He walks over with the bag and he's like, look what's in it. And I'm like, oh my God.
Was she meowing or anything?
No.
Oh, she's happy.
Thanks, baby.
Like a cat carrier. It's fine.
Yeah.
An expensive one.
Sorry to interrupt.
Okay. So you get stuff done. You guys have been at work. You've been on the computer all day, but you're like, I still have this call. I'm going to get it done. I have to do this. You get stuff done. You handle the lows. Number 2 is you handle the lows. Everyone has lows. March, I felt like was super low because we were all just hitting this thing that it has become, right? But you handled the lows and you stuck in it and you're still moving forward. So you're still getting stuff done. You're moving through it. Like lows happen. Lows happen for everyone. Everyone. Trust me. There have been times where I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. I got to walk. Like, I don't know. But then I think of all the time and effort I put into this. Like, yeah, I can't walk. Like, you're going to figure it out. You just have to ride out the lows. It happens. Or like when you get burned by someone and they go, you've done all this work and you've put all this effort into giving them the Shakeology samples and talking them, and then you see them drinking their Costco protein shake and you're like, or worse is you see that they bought it and they bought it from someone else and now they won't respond to you. That's worse. Or you have a coach quit on you, not tell you, ghost you. Those are lows. That is a kick in the teeth. All those things have happened. Talk to your coach. She will tell you it's okay. And you know what? Honestly, if those people are going to do that and treat you that way, that's not, number one, that's not about you. That's about them. And you don't need them. There's something going on with them. And if it is you and they don't want to talk about it, then there's nothing you can do. So you just have to keep going. Okay. Number 3, your goal is unwavering. You have to know, number one, what your goal is, that it is clear cut and that you're going to go for it. I know what my goal is. Now I even know even more after being home. Like, I don't know if I want to go back full time, like to my 3 days. I don't think I do. I want to be home with my kids. I want to be able to help people with their nutrition and their fitness and be their friend in doing it. Like, you have to know your goal and be unwavering at that goal. And if you know your goal and your goal is with integrity and you go for it with integrity and dignity, I promise you, you will not come off salesy. You will not feel slimy. You have a good product. You have a great product. You have all the tools. So if it feels slimy or salesy or whatever, it's the approach. And I've said this for a while, like if you lead from your heart and say, this is what it is. I know it's expensive, or I don't even say that anymore. I know it can seem like a lot, but it's worth it. It's an investment in your health. And I just talk to them that way. It won't feel that way. And they'll know if you're trying to sell them or if you're just trying to help them. Helping and selling are completely different things. Now I don't usually worry about it anymore. It's just if they decide to say yes or no. And sometimes I have to think about it or just talk through it. And even if I sound silly, like my brain is done after a whole day with my kids, I'll say that on the voice. I'm like, I'm really sorry. My brain is not functioning fully right now, but I want you to have the information. Just be straight with them. Number 5 is create action and control. And that means you're going to attract luck. If you are working towards that goal, you are going to attract more positivity to you. The more things that you do, the more things will come back to you. That whole do unto others, it comes back. So however you're acting, you have total control over that. It's going to come back to you. Oh, I love this one. And John Maxwell talked about this too. Get good at your craft. This is one of my favorite ones. What are you good at? Besides like your workout. And my workout is my craft. So it could be your craft. I love turbo. But if you think of turbo, it's so different from everything else because it's fun and it's a party And it's not, I can be super serious and fighty and want to like knock you out, but I love the fun. And that's what kept me coming
Yeah.
back, was having the fun and the fitness. So I had to, and it took work, like get good at teaching. My first teaching was not good. And sometimes it's still not good. If I'm really tired or I haven't slept or a terrible day or whatever, sometimes it's still not good. But I kept coming back and I kept working at it. And just like my posts, Gunderman asked me one time, like, where do you get your posts? And I'm like, from my brain. Like, I know that's what I said to her. I'm like, I don't know. It just comes out of my brain. But I had to learn how to write. And I had to write from my heart. And so if I'm not feeling it, I'll put my phone down and be like, I just have to come back. I can't force my post. If I do, it's not great. And if I have nothing to say, I'll just put like a couple lines out there and leave it. I just don't force it. But like getting good at your post and how whatever you want to talk about, like if you want to talk about animals, super passionate about rescues, that you love this. If you want to talk about anxiety, if you want to talk about being a single mom and how to like organize and manage your time, manage your dollars, like whatever your tips are. Like Mariella said she would do healthy coffees. Like if that's your craft and you love talking about coffee, figure it out. How are you going to share that? And just talk about that, because those are the people that are going to listen to you and follow you. That's the hashtags that we were talking about. Like I follow Rhodesian Ridgebacks on Instagram. Why? Because I don't know if I'll ever have another dog that's not a Ridgeback. It's my second one and I love her. So sweet. So get good at your craft, and basically you're a mentor for those people who want to learn more about your craft. You know everything. And you're always learning more. So when you learn more, you can share it. And so basically you become a mentor, a resource for those people to giving tips. So oftentimes in the posts, like I'll talk about anxiety and say how I have anxiety, but then giving a tip on how to handle it. Like, so we went for a walk and we got outside because we couldn't be cooped up in our home anymore. So it helped reduce the anxiety and turn that into a post. Or I love peanut butter, but I had to change my kind of peanut butter because what I was eating wasn't really as good for me as I thought it was. Enter Costco peanut butter that's only made of peanuts. Ta-da! Hashtag Costco moms. Hashtag peanut butter lover. Hashtag. Like, then people who love butter and Costco are going to follow me, hopefully. Okay. Invest in yourself. Live like you'll die tomorrow and learn like you'll live forever. How awesome is that? I wrote that down because I loved it. Live like you will die tomorrow and learn like you will live forever. So you always want to make the most out of today. Today, I played an ice cream scoop game with Cora. It's so much fun. We just got it. And we did science experiments that hopefully this doesn't happen, but if I kick it and I die in my sleep tomorrow, Cora will be like, my mom played an ice cream game with me. It was so much fun. We let our kids have their own personal happy time, so Greg and I could have a special hug today for ourselves. That's living like there's no tomorrow. I'm going to learn and listen every second I can to grow my brain so that I can share it with you guys, with my kids, I don't know, with my coworkers, you know, like always be a student. Because I feel like you can't know it all. Never know it all. Respect the process. It takes time. If somebody told you that this was easy, they were lying. They were so lying. I have never told you this is easy. And I will never tell you that. There are days where like, this was a good day. That seemed, I don't know why that person just listened to me the first time I asked him. That was easy. That's great. I hope you have more of those. But it's like weight loss. It's not easy. It's day in, day out, what you do every single day. And those small wins equal the big one. I don't even know like what the big one would be. I just get to stay home. Make $50K a year. I'd be okay with that. Yes. Fix the problems. If you see something that's fit and you need to fix it, like if you know it's wrong, just fix it. Or figure it out. Because everything is figure outable. And if it's not, it's either a fact, like this is the way it is, a fact, like the sky is blue. You can't figure out how to change the color of the sky. Or it's a law of nature. Like you will die at some point. You can't figure out how to live forever. Like, so everything is figure outable. I will figure out how to calm my child down when she starts spinning out. I will figure it out. It will take time, but I can fix the problem because everything is figure outable. Keep learning. Take criticism well. Some people do this a lot better than others. I feel like I take criticism really well. I ask for criticism. I don't feel like that's a bad thing because sometimes we're really hard on ourselves. Most of the people on this call are really hard on themselves. Harder than they should be. And, you know, criticism just helps you. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It just helps you get better. Like, how can you be better? And then last of all, be all in. Whatever your goal is, whatever your end is be all in with everything that you got. Whatever your all in can be for this, it doesn't mean you have to give up on all your other stuff, but be all in. Not over here, a little bit here. Do it. When you're in the moment, which sometimes I need to work on this, Greg's like, you're half-assing everything, Andrea. He'll call me on it. He's like, you're trying to work and you're trying to homeschool at the same time. You're only doing half this and half that. You need to be all in, one of the two. Yes, you're right. Because I'm not doing justice to them or to my stuff. And that's why y'all get crazy messages. So if you get crazy, like, what is she talking about? It's because I'm trying to halfway do it. Well, I'm trying to do it, but my brain is split. You can't split your brain. It doesn't work that way. So be all in and go against the grain, because the people that go against the grain are the people that stand out. Doing what everyone else is doing. Nobody wants to do that. That's why I refuse to do TikTok. Straight up. That's why I won't do TikTok.
Why I haven't watched Tiger King yet.
I haven't watched that either. That, and I think that my brain's going to get dumber. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't follow things just because everybody else wants to watch it, do it. Sometimes I'll get on it, but it's like months later. That is something I will never get into.
Yeah.
That looks so stupid.
I think I'll lose brain cells.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's, I don't mind that. Okay. before I say this, do you all have any questions? And what do you think about, you want to speak on anything that I talked about? That was way more than I planned on telling you, or it was longer than I thought.
What was number 4?
Oh, I didn't say it, but bet on yourself. You need to bet on yourself. You are worth it. That's what I told Turbo class today. Bet on yourself. Because if you're not betting on you, nobody else is either, which is just finding a little bit of confidence. I love that it's figure outable though. That was the same day. So they're like an hour to an hour and a half long videos with these people. Marie Foley, she talks about everything is figure outable. And I really like that. Like, you can figure everything out. You might have to change your method, but you're not going to change your goal. You just might have to change your method or step back and reevaluate it. But you can figure it out. And just like the BOD groups versus the Mind Challenge Tracker, some things don't work. And some things work for a while, but then when it stops working, we just kind of have to look at it and be like, okay, how do we fix this? Let's see. It's one of those in there. How do we fix this? How do we change it? We need a different method. Yeah. Ta-da.
I wish they would come up with an app that you could log into that would have your coach office.
Yeah.
Like, I hate going into the internet to have to do
You have
that.
something.
Yeah. Now, I do just keep it up on my thing,
Me too.
on my internet, and then I just have it in a tab.
I got this app. Yeah, let's see if that's going to work. No.
I feel like there is a coach app now.
But it's called BB Links. It has lowercase. And so you can go in and it has like all my, if someone wants a challenge group and I'm on my phone, or they're like, can I see that challenge pack or whatever? You can go on, do a quick copy, like you find it, quick copy, and you can paste it and it has your ID in it. But it also has a page that you can go to your coach office.
I used that BB Links before, and there was things on there that the link didn't work.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I haven't had any problems yet, but that doesn't mean anything.
Well, that's awesome.
Under resources and coach office. I was just on it today. That's how I know.
Huh.
So
Yep.
Yes.
that
Mhm.
okay.
Yep.
Well, thanks.
Because it takes you to the sign-in. Jeez, how'd you do that? Takes you to the sign-in page, just like normal.
Maybe they've updated it because it's been like I think a year since I looked at,
Okay.
and maybe it might have been a different app. Who knows?
Wow. That's awesome. Merge coach accounts.
Yeah, so you could put Greg's on there and yours.
Oh, there we go.
You can, I think, switch back and forth.
Well, this is a little fun thing. Thank you for this.
Okay. I don't know where I found it. One of the 5,000 things I've read or watched. I don't know.
Fantastic. Super. I wonder if it already has me logged in. Let's see. Nope. Coach ID 178760.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Play with that tomorrow.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you for that. That was super valuable.
Welcome.
Yeah. Anything else you want to chat about? My brain hurts. Just sometimes when I do that, dumps my